Pathway Home Services at Wehner the second team leader here. And joining me today is Russ Williams. So every Wednesday we jump on and give you kind of rundown what's going on in the real estate market over the last week. But we always start out with a quick tip. So my quick tip for this week is you got a lovely piece of holiday mail in your mailbox from typically from the county assessor, which is a nice invoice that they send to every year about this time, showing us your property taxes are going to be due for the following year. So if you have that going through your escrow, so if you're paying your mortgage and in your escrow, part of your house payment goes into escrow as your taxes, your mortgage company will make that payment for you. So I had a couple of clients that bought houses this year. Hey, Mark, do I need to pay this? No, you don't need to pay it if your mortgage company is paying it. So I made sure my clients, hey, double check with your mortgage. You can jump online. You can check your online statement. Usually you'll see your taxes in there. So if that's being paid, you don't need to pay it. If you paid cash for your house or paid cash for the house, maybe you're paying that. And so then, yes, keep that and then make the payment. But if your mortgage company's paying it, don't pay it because it's going to be a pain in the neck to try to get that money back from the government or from the county assessor's office if you do double pay. So you might not see that in a timely manner in that regard. So, but that's my quick tip. So you got a lovely piece of holiday mail from the county assessor. So they love to send out those Christmas cards every December and tell you how much they owe on your property taxes. So if you want to protest those, that comes in June. So you'll get your next assessment probably, I think, in April, May timeframe. And then you have until June to basically protest your valuation. So I've helped a lot of clients, friends, family protest those in that regard. So if as that time comes, we'll probably have another video update on that. But happy to help you in that regard. So like I said, quick tip, love that lovely piece of mail. I got it this month too. So they love to send out those holiday cards. So, but as always, we'll jump in here with what is going on in the real estate market. So over the last 7 days, we had 350 new listings go live over the last 7 days. That's basically similar from the previous week. 289 new contracts. That's down about 20 or so from the previous week. So obviously, as we're coming into the holidays, obviously Christmas this coming weekend on Monday or whatnot. So we'll probably see not too many people out looking at houses this weekend. So the numbers when we do next week will probably be lower. Sold homes. We got 381 happy new homeowners hopefully getting in before the holidays here. So congratulations to them. Let's take a look at the 30,000 foot view of what's going on in the real estate market here. Yeah, so we had 2,872 active listings in the Omaha and Lincoln MLS. So that's basically the entire area out there. So that's down. We're up, up in the 3,000, 3,300 things where we kind of maxed out there. So obviously this is the time of year, it kind of goes down a little bit. Not a lot of people putting on, obviously, with the holidays coming up. Douglas Sarpy County area at 1666. And existing homes has dropped again at 695. So last week we were at 762. So we're down about 70 or so listings from that regards. But and as you saw though, from our previous graph, basically we had 358 last week, 350 this week. So we had one in, one out. So we're dropping that number down on that existing. So those houses are coming off the market. And the new construction is down just a little bit as far as the new construction listings at 971. Our months of inventory went down a little bit to 2.6. Last week, we were just about 3 months supply of inventory. And our average sold price has gone up $10,000 just in this last month, up 11% from this time last year. So we're kind of seeing that number kind of tick up a little bit. We're seeing interest rates, as Russ will talk about here shortly, drop down just a little bit. So we're seeing a lot of that buyer activity like, oh, let's get out there, get in the market. That's what we've talked about here is that we're seeing a lot of those homes. Some of those buyers come off the fence that maybe, oh, hey, here's a great house that came on. Hey, our interest rates back down a little bit where it's favorable for us. And those people are entering the marketplace as we speak, essentially. So, but still a great time to buy, even get your house on the market. Making sure that it is, it's in shape and condition to attract the most amount of buyers, and that's our goal here. I just met a listing that I'm going to have live going on the first week of January. Had my house cleaner. Just met her there yesterday to do a walkthrough of what needs to get cleaned and get that house ready to go. My clients are painting the inside, so it's going to be a great ranch in Bennington. So we'll look for that one coming up here at about just after the new year. So, but that's what we do at Champions is basically get these houses ready, hit the market, and be in the best possible condition, the best possible shape they are to attract the most amount of buyers and obviously net their clients the highest amount with regards to that and add that value to them. So But yeah, so let's jump in here and see what Russ got's going on in the mortgage side of it. So how are we doing, Russ?
Well, Mark, season's greetings. Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas, all that
Yeah, all
stuff to
right.
you. We're seeing mortgage rates hold fairly steady and improve just a little bit. We've talked that really since the end of October, we've seen a gradual improvement in mortgage rates, and I anticipate that trend will likely continue. Obviously, there are some risks. Obviously, with what's going on in the Middle East, we're seeing that some of the shipping routes are going around the Horn of Africa as opposed to through the Suez Canal, which is putting some pressure on energy prices, and that could push gas prices higher and hit inflation a little bit. So that would could have a negative impact on mortgage rates. But generally, mortgage rates are holding very steady. We're still seeing um, buyers are able to get some concessions right now. They're able to get home inspections in some cases, but to your point, with these rates continuing to come down, we've seen increased activity even as the holidays are coming, with folks that maybe went to the sideline when rates are higher. So for folks that haven't bought yet, we do anticipate that the trend will continue to see improving rates, but more and more people will come off the sidelines, which probably will put some upward pressure on mortgage prices. We've been kind of watching some of the national numbers as well, and they're reflecting the same thing that we're seeing locally. Certainly, there are pockets that may not be seeing those things, but just be aware that if you wait until spring, you may be in a race with a lot of other people, and that typically isn't good for your ability to secure that property. And that the same thing would apply for folks that are maybe wanting to sell and move up. If you're moving up, you may pay more for the house than what you're going to gain by waiting to put it on the market until spring. But certainly, you need to visit with a team like Champions that can give you advice on what you need to do to get top dollar now and what that might look like later on. We are still seeing also some low down payment money that's out there, and we're starting to see more and more lenders that are kind of retreating into their offices and working on refinances. A lot of the lenders are starting to really aggressively go after refinance business and not focus on purchase. So make sure that your loan officer is available for evenings and weekends because that's needed right now. But as we head into the weekend, Mark, with 2 weekends in a row here where we have holidays, typically that means fewer traders in the bond pits, and that sometimes can mean a little bit more volatility in rate. So it always makes sense to just check with your lender to make sure that the terms that you want are still available when you're putting that offer in. And if you need, give me a call, and I'm happy to help you out there too.
Yeah, and like you said, I think we're seeing some people come off the sidelines, but then as we go into the spring market, historically, you'll get people that weren't even on the sidelines; they're just going to jump into the market. So you have the
Right.
sideline, players, and then you have the new recruits as well. Today's National Signing Day, so you're getting all those new recruits coming in. They're getting ready for spring ball and all that good stuff. But so in that cliche with regards to that, so but yeah, we're happy to help. Like we say, pretty much every week, got to have a game plan. Whether you're buying, whether you're selling, just know the information because you don't know what you don't know, and that's what we're here for. Is to go over everything and just give you a playbook, and then you can read through the playbook and see what plays you want to run out there, and then we can show you the from the press box view of here's what's going on in the marketplace before we get down on the field to go run. So that's one of those things in the winter here we can be ready for spring and prep you, whether that's obviously meeting with the lender, buying power, if you got to clean up some credit, if you have to sell your house to buy a house, what do we need to do there to get that going? Like I said yesterday, I had my cleaning lady out to the house for my new listing coming up. All right, what do we need to do to get this thing ready? And we're 2 weeks out. We had the stagers at the house, a month and a half ago. So they had a couple months to get ready to rock and roll. So, that's the biggest thing we try to do is relieve that stress. Because anytime you're buying or selling, it's a stressful situation. It's a highly emotional transaction in regards to that. So that's, I do this every single day. So it's we have systems in place to alleviate some of those pressures or stressors that come out there. And there's always little bumps in the road, but it's working with some of the champions, it has that expertise and that experience of how to handle those things when you walk up to the line of scrimmage and you realize, oh, this play is not going to work against this defense, and you got to run an audible. That's the same thing in real estate. Okay, hey, the market's shifted, the market's changed, we need to run an audible. And that's having those plays in your playbook to come at it. And the same thing with Russ, just different financing options for you. That's what we're here for, and not, I look at my 15 years of being in this business, no two transactions are ever the same. Ultimately you have
True.
people involved, you have different scenarios. So it's, this when you think you've seen it all, there's just one more curveball that comes at you, and you know how to deal with that with the experience that we have here with Champions Real Estate Team and even at Williams Mortgage. So, but anyways, yeah, have a great holiday season. Have a great Christmas this coming weekend. And we'll chat everybody next week. So, thanks again for a great year. I want to thank everybody for their continued support, throughout this year. We look forward to working with you in 2024 and rocking and rolling. So, but yeah, take care and have a happy and safe holiday season. So, got anything else, Russ?
That's it. Have a great holiday season, everyone. Be safe.